Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video I said I would never film again, but I lied. Oops. Earlier this year I made a video where I showed you guys me setting up my 2023 reading journal spreads, and I said I wouldn't film it again because it took me an eternity to film, and it really did. But I figured because it is the type of video I only have to film once a year, that I can do it. I can manage it, and I really like doing it, even though it takes me forever, so I think it'll be worth it. So today, I'm going to be showing you my 2024 reading journal setup. So just a little bit of preliminary information here. If you want to know, the journal that I'm using is from Notebook Therapy, and this is in their original size, which is a little bit smaller than like the normal size that people normally use when they're journaling, but I ordered it on accident once, and I actually grew to really like the size. So I just wanted to put that out there. But without further ado, we are going to get into it. I am so excited. We will talk more about like supplies and my theme and whatnot when we fully get into the video. So I really hope you guys enjoy. You guys already know what we have to do first. Perfect. So it is time to get into my 2024 reading journal setup. I am so excited to be doing this video. So let's get into talking about my theme and whatnot. So we'll put that to the side for now. Here's the concept card. I always like to have a little concept card. It's not really much of a concept, to be honest, but I recently got this washi tape and it is adorable. Honestly, it's like my new favorite thing ever. And I really wanted to center my spreads around it because I really like the colors and the silver foiling. So I'm going to be using a lot of these 3 washi tapes. That's kind of the general color palette, you know? And then I have these 2 markers. So I'm going to be using this mild liner in Smoke Blue, I think, because it matches this pretty well. And then I just also have this Tombow in 992. It's a nice little kind of tan color. It doesn't exactly match these, but I wanted something a little more neutral that I could also use throughout the spreads. Then I also have the normal pens that I use in all of my spreads. This is the Pigma FB pen. It's kind of like a small brush tip pen. We have just a Pilot G2, and then we also have a Pigma Micron, which, you know her, you love her. And then also for my theme, I bought these sticker sheets from, I think they're called Paper Haunts on Etsy, but they do have a website up here. I'll link them down below. But I really wanted to do like a little key theme. I recently read The Starless Sea and I really liked all of the key just motifs that are in that book. And I was like, you know what? I could turn that into a theme because I didn't really have a theme for this until I kind of ordered these up, and I'm really excited about these. So this is kind of the vibe. Straightforward, just using some sticker sheets and washi tape, but I'm excited. So we are going to get into doing the spreads. Okay, the time has come. I have sketched most of these out, except for, actually I'm gonna have to erase this because this was my original kind of concept for the title page, but I ended up kind of scrapping this idea just because I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm gonna have to erase that, but we do have the rest of the spreads sketched out, ready to, oh, those are stuck together, ready to go. So let me erase this and then we can get into doing the title page. I decided to make the title page just a lot simpler, and I'm essentially just doing the same thing that I did last year, where I used my mom's Cricut to cut out just some numbers. I'm even using the same font because I do really like this font, and I was like, why not use it again? So I'm just gonna stick these down, kind of do a little bit of decoration, add some keys and whatnot, and then that's gonna be it. Because I wanted to keep the title page simple. I want it to be something I like looking at, and I'm a little bit scared if I try anything more complex, I'm going to hate it. So I know I like this, so I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so I'm gonna call this good for my title page. I like just how simplistic this is. I think it gets the job done. Now we can move on to the next page, which is my book tracker page. It's always a doozy. to like outline everything and color it in, but I am excited. It is always a fun process. It just takes a lot of time. Basically for this spread, how it works is every time I read a new book, I will color in one of these book spines and write the title in, and they are color coded based on the format of the book. So I will have a color for physical, ebook, audiobook, and then books I borrow from the library. I don't know what my key is going to be yet, but I'm just gonna focus on filling this in first, and then we'll get there. Outlined everything, and it is time to color it in. I'm gonna keep the general color palette for this pretty simple, so I'm just gonna use brown for like the shelves and the window frame, greens for the leaves, and then I'm going to use this kind of tan color for my little cauldron up here. So let's color it in. Okay, so I'm finally finished filling the spread in. Here is the final product. Obviously it looks a little bit boring now because there's so much blank space on it, but it is so satisfying when it is filled in. Here's my one from, I think I made this about mid-year, and it's just so pretty. I love it when it's fully filled in. Should I make the moon yellow here? What do we think? I made the moon yellow there too. I think I might. I might color the moon in. Hang on. I do think I like that a little bit more. This spread is done, and we can move on to the next spread, which is my series tracker. It's basically just where I write down all of the series that I'm currently in the middle of, and then I can fill in the boxes as I read more of them. I'm definitely in the middle of like a ton of series. These are definitely not all of them, but these are kind of just the main ones that I want to focus on completing in 2024. So I'm gonna get into filling this in, and maybe we can talk about the series that I'm in the middle of in a little bit. I just want to put it out there that I am aware that I spelled series. Well, I don't know what I was doing. It now says C's. All right, well, I'm just like not gonna fix that. Also, my pen was not writing, so this spread is against me. It really does not want me to succeed today, but it's fine. almost finished this spread. I think I want to add a little more washi tape on this side. I kind of just want to jazz this side up a bit because right now it's super empty, but as I read more series throughout the year and I decide I want to continue them, they will be added over here. And then I thought we could also just like quickly talk about the series that I'm hoping to read this year. Well, not hoping to read because most of these I've started, but you know what I mean. Stormlight definitely, I don't want to say definitely, hopefully, really hopefully, we'll be completing what is currently out in Stormlight because Stormlight 5 I think comes out at the end of 2024. Farseer Trilogy, Skyward, Lady Trent, all of these I'm hoping to finish this year. Honestly, Veronica Speedwell, like I've read most of these, so it doesn't really do me much good to like add on here, but the 9th book is coming out this year, so I do want to kind of just have that on there to track it. And then I also put An Ember in the Ashes, which I have not started yet. And I had told myself last year that I would not put series on this list that I have not started yet because I'm not sure if I want to continue them or not. But for Weapons and Words, we are reading all 4 books in the Ember in the Ashes series in the beginning of 2024, so obviously that like is a absolutely will be reading. Okay, so I'm just gonna call this page good and we can move on to my reading goals spread. So I'm going to put 100 boxes on this spread because I do want to read 100 books this year, and as I read them I can fill them in. And then over here I do want to put my reading goals. I did the exact same thing last year and I really liked how it turned out, so I want to do it again, and I thought we could also go over the goals when I like fully finish this spread as well. I'm going to fill in this spread and I will get back to you guys then. Okay, boxes are done, and I managed to not mess up the numbering, which I definitely did last year, so gonna consider that a win. Anyway, I'm going to get into doing the rest of the spread, and then I will actually come back and talk to you guys when we're talking about my reading goals. Okay, so now that I have this spread almost completely done, it still needs a couple of things, but I thought I could talk about my goals first. So the first one is to just read 50 books. I know I have 100 here, but I always set my Goodreads goal to 50 books, so that's just normally what I aim for. I also really want to aim for quality over quantity. Obviously, that's kind of my goal all the time, but I read 180 books in 2023, and I just don't know how I feel about that. Like, that's a lot of books, and like, granted, 40 of those are volumes of Yona of the Dawn, which is manga, and like, there's a bunch of other graphic novels in there as well, but I also feel like sometimes I'm just reading books to read them, and I don't like that, and I want to try to just do better. Another goal I definitely have is to read, I think I'm gonna go for 2 classics this year, because for 2023 I put I wanted to read 3 new classics, and I've literally only read 1, I think, which is not good. So I'm aiming for more than 2023, but I don't want to get crazy. The next 2 goals I kind of have go hand in hand, because first I want to read more books from the library. I always want to aim to, you know, like promote and support local libraries. I try, but I also love buying books. I do borrow a lot from the local library through Libby, but I really want to aim to borrow more physical books, and I really want to stop buying so many books, which is like my next goal, because sometimes it gets out of hand. Sometimes I'm just doing like some unhinged book buying, and that's not good. I need to stop doing that. So I really want to go on a book buying ban in January. That's kind of like an unofficial goal. We'll see if that actually happens, but we'll, you know, it might. I don't know. and I just want to buy less books overall. This next one is a goal that I had for 2023 as well, and that is to read more adult high fantasy. I feel like I've done a decent job of actually doing that in 2023, and there are definitely so many books that I've read and I've really enjoyed, and I find that I really do love adult high fantasy when I get myself to pick it up, but sometimes it's just really intimidating, so definitely going to be keeping that as a goal for 2024. And I think I'm going to leave my goals at that for now. That seems good. Like, this feels like some manageable goals, and then maybe if I have some more that pop up in my mind, I can leave that space for them. So I think this is good. I think I'm gonna leave it at this, and we are gonna move on to the next spread, which is going to be my favorite books of every month spread. I really enjoy having this spread to look back on. I just think it's kind of fun at the end of every month to choose what my favorite one was. And obviously I just get really excited when I look at the spread at the end of the year because I love every single book on this spread. So this one shouldn't take me too long, I don't think. So let's just get into it. So this spread is done. It's very basic, it's very simple, but the book covers are kind of what add the interest to it. So now, I guess that means we can move on to the very last spread, which is my yearly TBR spread. I do have, where'd they go? I do have a bunch of tiny book covers that I'm going to be putting all over this page, but over here I want to put my priority reads. I chose 10 of these 16 books that I'm putting on this side that are kind of just, you know, the ones that absolutely I have to get to them. So I'm gonna get into this and I will talk to you guys when I'm done. Okay, so I just finished up my TBR spread, and I think this might be my favorite one that I've done in this video. I just really like the visual of all of the book covers, and I really like how this page looks as well. So we're ending it off on a high note because this is the last spread that I am doing in this video. So it is time to go back through and do a little bit of a, oh, this needs to, you know, relight this. Had to take a break, let my camera charge. So I went back through and I did some finishing touches. So it is finally time to do my flip through of my 2024 beginning of the year spreads. And I'm so excited. So obviously first we have the title page. I kind of added a little bit more washi tape and I also put a bunch of dots everywhere. That's mainly what I did, was like go back and add these little dots. It's kind of it. Those are my finishing touches, but I feel like it does always kind of bring things together, but the washi tape keeps peeling up, which is really rude to be honest, but you know, it's a title page. I like it. It's good. Then we have my book tracker spread, and I did go through and pick the color palette that I'm going to use. So here's my little key, but here's this. It'll look so satisfying when it is completely filled. Also, I do want to mention that I got the idea for the spread from Mandy Journals on Instagram. Always need to give credit where I got this original idea from, but this is the first time that I'm doing like a circular window, and I really like this. I'm a big fan of this. So I can't wait to start filling that one in. Then we have my series tracker, really excited about all of these. I think the series that I'm most excited to continue is honestly the Lady Trent series. I know I'm getting the last 3 books for Christmas, and I will definitely, well, I don't know if I want to say definitely, but I will hopefully be finishing that series up, and then I can't wait to see what new series I start that are going to be gracing this side of the spread. Then we have my reading goals spread. It's so satisfying with all of the boxes. I love looking at this spread. Then we have my favorite books of every month spread. Again, this will look a lot more interesting when I actually like start putting book covers in it. And then we have the yearly TBR spread, which like this one is just the best one, honestly. And I think that's mainly because this looks completely filled out because it's like a TBR and the others can't really be filled out completely yet, but I just love the colors. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the colors. At first I was unsure as to whether or not I liked this tan color with the color palette that I had already chosen, but I do think I like it. I think it was a good call. So on reflection, I'm just really happy with how all of these spreads turned out. I really love the washi tape. I really love the little key stickers, and I cannot wait to start filling all these spreads out. It's gonna be really fun. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video as well, and I hope I might have maybe given you some ideas for what you could do for your 2024 spreads. I've had just a lovely morning / afternoon of just doing some journaling. So I'm going to throw it back to me in the outro, and I will see you guys then. Okay, so that is the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I have no clue what the spreads look like yet because I'm filming this outro before I've actually done the journaling, so I hope they turned out well. But I do really hope you guys enjoy. Obviously, I would love to know down below, have you guys done your setup for 2024 yet? And if you have, what theme are you going with? I always love to know what people are doing for their themes. And if you don't journal and you're still here, first of all, thanks. But you can let me know down in the comments literally anything you want to tell me. Maybe what you've been up to recently. Have you been reading any good books? I'm all ears for anything you guys want to tell me. Also, before we go, I did want to thank everybody over on my Patreon. If you guys are ever looking for more oh my god. If you guys are ever looking for more content from me, that is always linked down below. I do bi-monthly journaling content on there. Stop. Stop. Oh, I can't stand her sometimes. My god. I do bi-monthly journaling content on there, so every other month I put out a journaling video, and I've been really enjoying those, so if you want to check it out, you totally can. And with that, I'm going to let you guys go again. And with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Again, thank you so much for watching. I had such a good time. Well, I presumably had such a good time filming this video. I don't know. I'm gonna assume it was pretty fun. I need to go. I really need to go. Okay. I will see you guys in my next video where hopefully Winnie is being less disruptive. Bonk. Okay, bye.